Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your destiny. It's not talent, luck, or motivation that separates the successful from the average. It's consistency, commitment, and control. Every champion you admire was once an ordinary person who made an extraordinary decision to stay disciplined when it was hard, to show up when they didn't feel like it, and to keep going when no one was watching. Discipline is not punishment, it's power. It's waking up early when your body says sleep. It's saying no to distractions that steal your potential. It's choosing progress over pleasure, focus over comfort, and purpose over excuses. Discipline builds the strength that motivation cannot sustain. Every great victory in history was built on daily discipline, unseen, uncelebrated, and often uncomfortable. But that's where transformation happens. When you do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it, you unlock a version of yourself that fear cannot control and failure cannot break. So if you want to rise higher, if you want to master your craft, your emotions, and your destiny, let discipline be your greatest weapon, because success isn't found in moments of excitement, it's earned in moments of endurance. Stay consistent, stay focused, and watch how your life begins to change. It is the bridge between dreams and destiny. It is the invisible force that connects the vision in your heart to the reality your hands can touch. Dreams are the seeds of greatness, but discipline is the soil in which they grow. Without discipline, even the most brilliant dream fades into wishful thinking. It's easy to dream big, to imagine success, to visualize the life you desire. But the true test comes when the excitement fades and all that remains is the daily grind. Discipline is what carries you through those silent seasons when no one applauds your effort, when progress seems slow, and when temptation whispers that it's easier to quit. It is the steady hand that keeps your life aligned with purpose when distractions fight for your attention and emotions try to derail your focus. Every dream requires a price, and discipline is the currency. It demands early mornings, late nights, and countless sacrifices that no one sees. It calls for consistency when the results are invisible, and faith when the path feels uncertain. Discipline transforms your intentions into action and your potential into progress. It keeps you grounded in routine and repetition. Where mastery is built and excellence is born. You cannot control every outcome, but through discipline, you control your effort, your mindset, and your response. The bridge to destiny is not made of talent or luck. It is made of repeated decisions to stay true to your calling, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Discipline is the silent partner of success. It doesn't seek attention, yet it speaks through your results. It doesn't crave motivation, yet it fuels momentum. Those who practice it understand that growth happens not in grand leaps, but in small, consistent steps taken every single day. Discipline sharpens your focus, strengthens your resolve, and teaches you that real power lies not in doing what feels good, but in doing what is right. It builds character, shapes habits, and aligns your life with purpose. It is the armor that protects you from doubt, laziness, and fear, enabling you to push through the storms that test your spirit. When you choose discipline, you choose destiny. Every act of self-control is a brick placed on the bridge leading to your future. Every time you resist giving up, you reinforce that bridge. Every small victory becomes a testimony that you are capable of more. Discipline molds your character into one that can sustain success when it arrives. Dreams alone inspire you, but discipline transforms you. It teaches you that fulfillment is not found in wishing, but in working. Not in hoping, but in enduring. It's what separates those who talk about change from those who create it. Discipline doesn't promise ease, but it guarantees growth. It takes what exists only in your imagination and turns it into something tangible, something real, something eternal. And it is through this process that your destiny unfolds before your eyes. Success is built on consistency, not motivation. Motivation is a spark. It ignites passion and excitement, but it fades as quickly as it comes. Consistency, however, is the steady flame that keeps burning long after the excitement disappears. It is the daily decision to show up, to keep moving forward, and to stay committed to the process even when you don't feel inspired. Motivation can push you to start, but only consistency will carry you across the finish line. It is the rhythm of effort repeated over time that shapes habits, builds momentum, and produces lasting results. Every great achievement in life is a reflection of someone's ability to remain consistent when others gave up. Consistency doesn't rely on feelings, it relies on discipline and determination. There will be days when you feel tired, distracted, or unmotivated, but those are the very moments that define your character. Success belongs to those who keep going when it's not convenient, who continue practicing when the applause has stopped, and who stay faithful to their routine when no one is watching. The small things you do every day, reading a page, practicing a skill, exercising your body, praying with intention, may seem insignificant, but over time, they compound into something powerful. Consistency is the law of accumulation, where little efforts stacked daily become a mountain of progress. Motivation is emotional. It rises and falls with your circumstances. Consistency is intentional. It stands firm regardless of the situation. It teaches patience, persistence, and resilience. It doesn't chase perfection, but focuses on progress. Each day you remain consistent. You strengthen your habits, and those habits eventually shape your destiny. Success is not an explosion of effort. It's a quiet rhythm of perseverance. The world often celebrates results, but behind every victory lies months or years of unglamorous, repetitive work. The athlete trains when no one's cheering. The writer writes when inspiration is gone. The leader prepares in silence long before the spotlight ever finds them. Consistency builds trust with yourself, with others, and with your purpose. When you stay consistent, you prove to yourself that your words carry weight, that your goals matter, and that your future is worth the effort. It becomes easier to push through the hard days because you have built the strength of routine. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up faithfully. Over time, consistency rewires your mind to embrace responsibility and reject excuses. It teaches you that mastery is not about speed, but about endurance. When you commit to the process, even without immediate results, you are laying the foundation for something extraordinary. Success doesn't appear overnight. It grows through seasons of persistence. Motivation may open the door, but consistency keeps it open. It's what transforms temporary inspiration into permanent transformation. It turns the ordinary into the exceptional, the dreamer into the door, and the effort into excellence. Consistency is the quiet, unseen power that builds a legacy brick by brick until success can no longer be denied. Discipline is choosing purpose over pleasure. It is the deliberate act of prioritizing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. Pleasure is easy. It offers comfort, distraction, and temporary satisfaction. But purpose demands sacrifice, patience, and endurance. The disciplined soul understands that lasting fulfillment comes not from indulging in every desire, but from pursuing what aligns with destiny. Every time you choose purpose over pleasure, you strengthen your inner foundation and move one step closer to your goals. Pleasure whispers, take it easy, while purpose declares, rise higher. Discipline listens to the voice of destiny, not the cries of comfort. It understands that greatness is never born in ease, but forged in resistance. Life constantly presents two paths, the one of convenience and the one of calling. The path of pleasure gives instant rewards, but long-term regret, while the path of purpose gives temporary struggle, but lifelong satisfaction. Discipline gives you the courage to walk the harder road because you see beyond the moment. It teaches you to delay gratification, to say no to distractions, and to focus on what truly counts. Pleasure can blind you to your potential, but purpose opens your eyes to who you were created to be. The disciplined mind sees every temptation as a test, every shortcut as a trap, and every obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger. Choosing purpose over pleasure means mastering yourself. It means training your emotions to follow your values, not your impulses. The world celebrates pleasure, but it rarely honors the quiet strength of restraint. Discipline doesn't reject joy. It simply knows that true joy comes from fulfillment, not indulgence. It's the power to stay committed to your goals even when easier options appear. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep, working on your vision when others are resting, and saying no to comfort so you can say yes to calling. Discipline doesn't destroy your freedom. It protects it. It keeps you from becoming a slave to temporary desires and empowers you to live with intention and integrity. When you choose purpose over pleasure, you rise above the ordinary. You stop living for applause and start living for alignment. You no longer chase what feels good. You chase what does good. Discipline helps you silence distractions and strengthen focus until success becomes inevitable. It shapes your habits, transforms your mindset, and builds the endurance to withstand the storms that pleasure cannot endure. Every time you resist the urge for momentary comfort, you build the muscles of self-control that prepare you for greatness. Purpose may demand more from you, but it also gives more to you. It gives meaning to your effort, direction to your energy, and fulfillment to your soul. Discipline teaches you that real power is not in satisfying every desire, but in mastering them. For the one who controls their appetite for pleasure commands their path to purpose. True strength is doing what must be done, even when it's hard. It is not found in muscles or in moments of ease, but in the quiet courage to face what others avoid. Real strength is forged in the fire of responsibility, sacrifice, and perseverance. It's easy to act when everything feels right, when the path is smooth and the rewards are visible. But true strength shows itself when the road is rough, when the body is tired, when fear whispers that you can't go on, and you choose to keep moving anyway. It's standing tall when the weight of the world presses on your shoulders and still doing what needs to be done. Because quitting is not an option. Strength is not loud, it's steady. It doesn't always roar. It often whispers, keep going. It's waking up when you'd rather stay in bed, pushing forward when you feel stuck, and staying faithful to your responsibilities when your emotions are screaming for escape. True strength is the ability to endure the pain of discipline, the discomfort of growth, and the loneliness of the journey without losing focus. It's saying yes to what's right and no to what's easy. It's showing up with integrity when no one is watching and doing your best, even when no one will ever thank you for it. Real strength is not about dominance or control. It's about endurance, humility, and the ability to stay consistent in the face of resistance. Every person who has achieved greatness has faced moments that tested their strength. It's in those defining moments that the heart is revealed. True strength isn't proven in comfort. It's proven in challenge. It's holding on to faith when results seem far away. It's continuing to love when you've been hurt, to serve when you feel empty, to lead when you feel unqualified. The hardest battles are not fought with others. They're fought within yourself, between what's convenient and what's necessary. Strength is choosing character over comfort, duty over desire, and progress over pain. It's doing what must be done, not because it's easy, but because it's right. True strength grows quietly. It's built in moments of obedience, patience, and endurance. It's the worker who keeps showing up, the parent who keeps providing, the dreamer who keeps believing. It's found in perseverance through heartbreak, in hope after failure, and in the determination to rise again. It's not about having no fear, but about moving forward despite it. It's choosing to act with courage even when your hands tremble. Real strength is faith in motion. It's the ability to trust that every difficult step is shaping you into something greater. When you do what must be done, even when it hurts, you become unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable, because true strength is born in the moments when you refuse to give up. Greatness is forged in unseen, uncomfortable moments. It is not created in the spotlight or during moments of applause, but in silence, struggle, and solitude. The world celebrates results, but few recognize the hidden battles that shape those results. Behind every great achievement lies a story of discipline, pain, and persistence that no one witnessed. It's in the late nights when everyone else is asleep, in the early mornings when no one is watching, in the lonely hours when giving up seems easier. That's where greatness is born. It's not a product of luck, but of relentless effort carried out when motivation is gone and strength is running low. The uncomfortable moments you endure in private prepare you for the victories you will live in public. Unseen moments test your commitment more than anything else. When there's no audience, no recognition, and no reward, only your inner purpose keeps you moving. It's in those quiet seasons that your faith, patience, and perseverance are refined. The uncomfortable moments stretch you, revealing what you truly believe and what you're truly willing to fight for. Greatness demands endurance through discomfort, through failure, rejection, and uncertainty. Every setback becomes a tool, every delay a lesson, every disappointment a push toward deeper resilience. The world sees the strength, but not the struggle. It sees the crown, but not the cross that had to be carried to reach it. Those who are destined for greatness understand that progress rarely feels good. Growth hurts. Sacrifice costs. Discipline demands. Yet it's through that process of discomfort that you rise above average. It's easy to shine when conditions are perfect, but greatness is built by those who shine when everything feels broken. The greatest victories are prepared in silence, through countless unseen decisions to keep going. It's the artist refining their craft in obscurity, the athlete training through exhaustion, the dreamer working in faith without evidence of success. These unseen efforts carve character, develop consistency, and ignite an inner fire that cannot be extinguished by circumstance. Uncomfortable moments are divine classrooms. They teach humility, patience, and trust. They strip away pride and excuses until only determination remains. When life presses you into tight places, it's not to destroy you, but to form you. The weight you carry in secret becomes the strength you reveal in success. Every unseen act of obedience, every unseen prayer, every unseen moment of endurance builds a foundation strong enough to hold your destiny. The world may never see the nights you cried, the sacrifices you made, or the pain you endured, but those very moments are molding you into something extraordinary. Greatness is not given, it's grown. It's the reward for those who embrace discomfort as the path to mastery. In the unseen, where no one claps and no one notices, greatness is quietly being forged one test, one trial, and one decision at a time. Discipline is the weapon that transforms potential into power. Potential is the promise of what could be, but discipline is the force that makes it real. Every person is born with gifts, dreams, and possibilities, yet only a few ever rise to see them fulfilled. Talent can open doors, but only discipline keeps them open. It is the steady hand that turns raw energy into refined strength, scattered dreams into focused direction, and fleeting desire into lasting achievement. Without discipline, potential remains dormant like a seed never planted. It is discipline that waters, nurtures, and develops that seed until it grows into something extraordinary. Discipline takes what is invisible inside you and makes it visible to the world. It converts vision into action and action into results. It requires commitment when emotions fade, consistency when distractions come, and focus when the journey feels endless. Discipline is not glamorous. It is often repetitive, uncomfortable, and demanding. Yet it's in that repetition that mastery is born. Every act of self-control, every sacrifice, every moment of persistence sharpens your skills and strengthens your mind. Discipline doesn't make life easier. It makes you stronger. It gives you authority over yourself, your time, and your purpose. It transforms ordinary effort into unstoppable momentum. Potential by itself is fragile. It can be lost through laziness, procrastination, or fear. Discipline guards it, shapes it, and channels it into power. The disciplined person learns to delay gratification, to stay focused on the long-term vision rather than the short-term comfort. Discipline says no when excuses whisper yes. It teaches that progress is not made by bursts of inspiration, but by consistent effort over time. It doesn't depend on how you feel. It depends on who you've decided to be. Every time you act with discipline, you prove to yourself that you are capable of control, growth, and victory. You stop waiting for the right conditions and start creating them through commitment. Discipline is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter where you start or what you lack. If you are disciplined, you can outwork, outlast, and outperform anyone relying on talent alone. It transforms weakness into strength, hesitation into confidence, and dreams into achievements. Discipline empowers you to rise above your emotions and act with purpose, even when everything in you wants to stop. It's the inner weapon that cuts through fear, fatigue, and doubt. Those who wield it become unstoppable because their success is not dependent on chance. It's built through choice. Potential is a gift, but discipline is the key that unlocks it. Through discipline, you gain the power to command your destiny, shape your reality, and build a life that reflects the greatness hidden within you. It is the force that turns what you can do into what you have done, transforming silent potential into undeniable power. Discipline is a heartbeat of greatness, the silent architect behind every triumph, and the unseen force that shapes ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. It is the bridge that carries you from where you are to where you are meant to be. Motivation may inspire you to begin, but discipline keeps you going when inspiration fades. It is the daily decision to rise when you're tired, to act when it's hard, and to stay true when the world pulls you off course. Discipline builds consistency. Consistency creates character, and character produces success. It teaches you to choose purpose over pleasure, endurance over ease, and progress over perfection. Every step of your journey, every unseen sacrifice, and every small act of persistence adds up to something greater than you can imagine. The real transformation doesn't happen in the spotlight. It happens in private, in the moments of resistance, in the places where no one claps and no one sees. That's where your future is being formed. Discipline molds potential into power, vision into victory, and dreams into destiny. It gives you mastery over yourself and clarity over your calling. It teaches you that success is not built in a day, but built daily, through choices that align with who you want to become. The path of discipline is not easy, but it is worth it. Every time you stay committed when others quit, you strengthen the foundation of your destiny. Every time you push beyond comfort, you unlock a higher version of yourself. Discipline is not the enemy of freedom. It is the path to it. It frees you from regret, from weakness, and from the limits of inconsistency. Through discipline, you discover the power within to create, to overcome, and to rise. Your dreams are waiting on the other side of your discipline. And when you choose to walk that path daily, nothing can stop the greatness that's destined to be revealed through you.